got range, yeah, about price. This rap shit is what I do. I get it in and rock all night. Who original? They all bite. But these are dudes y'all call tight. Be cheapin' on that, keep thinking. This the shit that y'all like. I ain't been on that dumb shit since I was standing like 1'6". Now I'm 6'1" with a 1'6" and an L full of that sun kiss.
Sir, what's good with you?
Same old man complaining, bro. This is one podcast I will not get on and complain about shit.
Shout out to UCF in Central Florida.
Oh yeah, big things.
That's big news, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we talking about rap.
Talking about rap on this fine Saturday morning. Goddamn. Let's see.
My bad.
What?
True talk.
Oh, true. Yeah, yep. That's right. That's right for this coming Monday for sure. As they about to change the holiday back.
Yeah,
good. You know what I mean?
Good
they want to make sure. Yeah, they want to make sure. I'm low on the rap tees, man. I was like, they're gonna catch me wearing that clip shirt for the 4th time on this show. Man, I wanted to Doo-Wop, shout out to DJ Doo-Wop from the Bronx. I love to see him get his flowers. Rock Nation has a collab with him with hoodies and t-shirts. And I went to go buy the t-shirt and it says DJ Doo-Wop, like one of the mixtapes from 95 Live. 95 Live was like the big tape that he did. He did a lot of big tapes, but that was like the one that people remember. And hey man, $60. So I was like, check this out, Rock Nation. Y'all suck a dick, bro. Like, suck a dick. Like, that's the one thing about supporting the Dipset merch was disrespectful. Rock Nation merch is disrespectful. Everybody.
Griselda the same way. That shit dumb expensive. There's a lot of art in that shit, though.
Yeah, well, you could call it art. I mean, this is, Griselda should be crazy too. Like, I haven't tried to buy one yet. I did go. I think he was putting out those prints. Here's what I will say about Griselda's merch. That shit is impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
when he was going through, I think he was saying somebody said that bots are buying their shit. That they have bots buying their shit, and he went on some sort of spreadsheet to scroll through and show people that these are real authentic purchases, which I wouldn't have done because I don't know if he showed addresses or whatever, but he was just showing names. There was hundreds of pages, right? And like 50 names on each page. And he's just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I was like, God damn, like no wonder this dude is iced the fuck out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like everybody's saying like you can't make that kind of money on music alone, music and I mean I know he runs the label and everything, like music and touring and things like that. Like if you're making authentic merch that you're generating, that profit margin is, you know what I'm saying, is almost all yours essentially. And like it was just thousands of orders for, if you're gonna sell $100 hoodie, and a $70 t-shirt, and you're gonna sell out and you're gonna sell hundreds of those shits, you're probably making a lot of fucking money. So shout to them, man. That shit is a flip. But I'm not paying $60 for a fucking Doo-Wop t-shirt. Like I'm just not. I was like, nah, man, I can't do it.
Yeah, it ain't much I'm paying $60 for when it comes to merch, man. Like and it's funny because I support the homies or whatever, but sometimes that shit do get outrageous. So I'll support you one time at least. But,
and Doo-Wop I wanted to support Doo-Wop heavy, and I might even still do it, but like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, the Clips t-shirt I bought was $40, but it came with the album. It came with the CD. So I was like, all right, mind you, I haven't taken the CD out of the box that it came in. But, it did come
40,
with the album.
I think 40 is kind of...
That's kind of my cutoff.
Yeah, 40, yeah. And it's funny because, I don't know if it's something because I make shirts, and I'm not saying I make shirts at their level or whatever, but I make tees, so I kind of know what goes into it. It's just like, me beating niggas over the head. But it's like, yo, you're paying for the experience / whatever instead of just a t-shirt. So you gotta look at it like that also. So I gotta get props to you for all that you're creating that makes somebody want to spend that type of money for that shirt. So shout out to them on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so I guess in the vein of Griselda, since we're on the topic, I did tell myself that I don't want to spend the whole show complaining about shit. And I don't know how often we did. Last week we was very whiny about people that have influence over the game that shouldn't. But so I don't know how old that clip is. I'll say this about so Benny the Butcher. I saw an Instagram post. I don't know if it was his post. It was somebody else that posted it. But it was literally just him talking into a camera. So if somebody aggregated it, it was because he recorded it. And he said, he was like, he looked high as fuck. He's like, you see what happens when the game don't have the influence of the streets? Because you see all the nerd niggas is running around, and you see what happened to the game. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when the streets don't got a footprint on it. Like, so I don't like Benny the Butcher. All right, I just don't. I'm gonna just say it straight up. Like, I don't like that nigga, and like, I also like it's starting to affect how much I like his music because I hear the shit that he says and it pisses me off. Kind of like Game. Like, I don't like Game. Everybody always trip that like, you know, like Game makes good music, and I'm not gonna front. Like, I listen to some of his shit, and it's good, but I hear his personality too much in the music, and I'm like, I don't like this nigga.
I love this. I love this because I can't stand the game either.
I can't stand him. Like, he's
I
so
don't even know
fucking
because
corny to me.
I don't know because like he made me put the in front of his name. Like, you're not even that fucking good. Why do I have to say the game? Nigga, like what?
Yeah, I just don't like the name dropping shit. That was the first thing that I didn't like. It was the first thing that I didn't like. It was like, you're making this your whole style. It's just dick riding. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't and Game doesn't have to dick ride because like you have an authentic story. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're from a real hood, from a real place, and you have the support of your community. And like, you don't have to be like this. You're just
You're
choosing
not
to.
whack. You're like, you actually
Nah, he's not whack. He's got a real story. He's got his real hood behind him. You know what I mean? You really don't have to do this, but like, he just, you know, I just feel like he just descended into that corner. Like, he didn't even. If I was him, I wouldn't even assign to G Unit. Like, respectfully, I would have been like, I don't need to jump on the fucking coattails to be like the fifth member of this crew. Like, you already got Young Buck who don't even know y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be the fifth nigga who don't know these niggas, and I'm gonna be in the group acting like I'm down with y'all niggas. Like, you know, whatever. But I guess, you know, 50 Cent's the biggest artist in the world. But anyway, back to Benny. I just want to know, for one, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, like what's wrong with the game again?
The nigga gave no examples about what he meant. Like that
What
the
did the nerds
nerd.
do?
What did the nerds do? Are you saying? And there's a few artists that have come out and been like, "Yo, man," because you know the state of the game, and it's like, have y'all not been watching? Like, over the last few months, the way that the shift has happened with hip hop music, the way that the generals of hip hop have all sort of come back and sort of reclaim this moment and are putting out music and are putting out merch and making money and are this big presence. Like, name me a nerd, quote unquote. First of all, who are the nerds? I don't even know who the fuck they are. But like, name me the fucking nerd that is controlling anything and what they've actually done. And so he doesn't do any of that. So
But I always hate that statement though. Like, when the streets ain't got control of it, like that's like, what are we? Huh? Like, I don't understand. What is?
When did the streets
The streets
lose
first of all.
control of anything? Right. Like, you know, and so first of all, that just, even that statement is fucking dumb. But also, like, maybe y'all know something that I don't behind the scenes. Are you saying that y'all lost control of shit? Are you saying, "Go, Griselda, we not hot no more"? Like, what the fuck are you talking? The whole shit was dumb. And so I sent you the other post of that kid and I don't know who that fuck that young man is, but shout to him, where he was just like, "Yo, man, like, fuck the streets." So he's like, "Oh, it was a streamer. What's his name? I'm
A
pulling him up
streamer.
right now."
He had 3 shots out of stream. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, it was this streamer kid, this young black streamer, Rod XG's, I think is who he. I've never seen him before in my life. Rod, Raud. He's saying um he was referencing the fact that I guess DDG and Reggie, these two other streamers that have beef with each other or whatever, and we talked about streamers and how annoying it is that streamers are having influence, and maybe that's what Benny's talking about. But what this kid is saying is, yo, like, I don't give a fuck about what these street dudes have to say. Like, y'all don't got more money than me. You know what I'm saying? Like I got wild bread, and so do all of us. And there's crazy money out here for us to get, and we're gonna keep getting it. And we don't give a fuck about what the streets have to say. And so it's like, yo, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Grits and Eggs podcast talks a lot about that shit. You know what I mean? About how like we need to ignore these street niggas. You know what I'm saying? We need to ignore the street culture. We need to leave that shit behind. And if you're a dude from the streets and you can't find another way to appeal to these younger people, then you're gonna get left behind, just like anybody else who gets left behind.
I mean, but
You know what
at
I'm
the
saying?
same time, there's enough street niggas for you to talk to.
It That's the shit that I don't understand. So last week we was here complaining about the influence of ultimately the influence of corny people in hip hop, and maybe what they're saying, maybe what Benny is saying, which I would have loved for Benny to explain. Maybe he didn't want to hate on streamers. I would have liked for Benny to explain what the fuck he was talking about because maybe I would have agreed with part of what he said.
Mhm.
But just I can only take you at what you said, and what you said was you see what happened when the nerds take over. And it's like, what the fuck is the nerds taking over? Like, if you're the one paying attention, if you're a grown ass 40 something year old man and you're paying attention to streamers and you're not paying attention to the new Mob Deep that just came out and watering the flowers of our shit, then that's on you.
I was surprised Griselda wasn't on there, especially with their relationship with Havoc of late. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like none of their artists was on it. I was definitely waiting to hear one of them pop up on their album. So I don't maybe niggas ain't hiding these street niggas no more. Like I don't understand. Maybe I don't
Maybe
understand.
they wanted to let it breathe. You know, maybe it was a Mob Deep project and they just want to let it breathe. I don't know. But my point is this, man. Like the young generation is always gonna come through with their own shit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need fucking street. Who, first of all, who is the street dudes? Like we don't need fucking ex cocaine dealers to come bully these fucking streamers behind their computer screens. Leave these motherfuckers alone, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take shit in the direction they're gonna take shit in. You know what I'm saying? And if the street culture is ultimately not having an influence on hip hop music and the younger generation, generally speaking, like please, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, what do y'all have to offer these kids? They're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making millions of dollars going on the internet, emulating whatever Kai and Show Speed and all these cats have done. The fact that there's a bunch of them that have created a lane for hip hop that are doing it as hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we may not like it, but I'm 45 fucking years old. You know what I'm saying? Even without streamers, when it was the young kids who's doing corny shit in hip hop, we was gonna complain about that shit too. The dope shit now is that we have some shit that we fuck with that's prevalent that really actually has taken back over. You know
That'd
what
be
I mean?
my problem. Like in real life, like I don't like people come back to certain things. Like you saying, like I don't like your timing with this. Like I don't
Mhm.
understand why you're complaining about what the nerds are doing when there's plenty of street shit out here. There's plenty of shit for people of your age. Because like you said, like why are you paying attention to little kids and what they're saying? Especially when you got
Right.
people from your era putting out shit. People from your era and people that your era was influenced by putting out fire. Like I don't
And
understand.
y'all,
Yeah,
and y'all, like
you
it's not like it's not. Let's
just
not
put
act
out
like
Summertime
West Side.
Madness.
Let's not act like West Side Gun is not like one of the biggest art, like not just biggest artists, but just most influential people in hip hop. People love West Side Gun just to hear his fucking voice and buy his merch. And like y'all, y'all are having y'all moment, and that run has been happening for a minute now. What the fuck are we complaining about?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that shit, you know what I mean? Like it's just a greater that comment bothered me because A, it's Benny saying it, but also it's just a bigger picture of like, hey man, like if y'all are not paying attention to this moment and what's happening in hip hop, how exciting it is and how dope all the music has been and how great it is to see a Raekwon losing weight, looking healthy as fuck, owning a fucking dispensary and Ghostface and all these people being healthy
And
and Nas.
your boy Styles P, who done shot so many niggas in bars, having a pharmacy and worry about niggas' health. Like, what are we talking about? Like street niggas
Bro,
get into that type of lane. Like, what do you,
Styles,
that's supposed to
you
be
could
happening.
tell Styles P really still wants to shoot people. You could tell. But he's just so happy, man. He's lost weight too, man. He just looks happy with him and his wife. They sell their juice bar shit and their pharmacy meds, and they got a podcast, and they just joking and Jada Kiss hairline looking incredible, and Like everybody's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
like everybody's fine. But Benny, go make a podcast. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy except you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go away, man. You're fucking
Oh,
annoying.
shit.
But so anyway, so we can move on from that to let's talk about people, the people who influence the culture that we do fuck with. Um, and I don't know if I was cheating when I did this because I started to look at the people that I was naming and I realized the common thread of all of these people is that they've done shit in hip hop music. So the people that we was talking about last week, academics, Elliot Wilson, who else was we hating on?
Mainly those two, but yeah, mainly just those academics
And,
and
and, and we had a shot for streamers too, like like
yeah.
that seem to be influencing shit that we don't want to, right? You look at them, what the fuck has academics ever done except for be academics, right? Like Elliot Wilson, you're a journalist. I could give you some sort of props for being a journalist, but I feel like that's not an exact contribution to the hip hop game. That's like saying, like Stephen A. Smith is a contributor to sports when he just a nigga
Would
who talk about it.
would Flex belong on that list?
On people who we fuck with or people who we don't fuck with.
Don't
That's
fuck with. Don't fuck with.
I have a love hate relationship with Flex. Flex is from the North Bronx. Flex is from where I'm from. Flex is a fucking titan in this game. He is. And there are a lot of things that I don't fuck with Flex for. I really fuck with Flex when he hates people that I hate, like when he went at the Breakfast Club for like a whole week.
Yeah.
And when he went at Pete Rock for like a whole week. He's attacked. I'm neutral on Flex because Flex deserves his corner.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I asked that because, like, when you was talking about Elliot, you know, what I mean, him being a journalist, and then it's like he's taking a kind of a fall, and it seems like he's taking this fall because because he's saying statements that just aren't true, just so you
Right.
can stay relevant. And that's
Right.
kind of how Flex is. Flex is like, it seems like he would, like, I think you said a couple of episodes ago, Flex would do whatever to stay relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind of look at it like
and that's true. That's not true. Yes, and that is the thing that people have said is, is Flex will do whatever. And I think obviously this recent thing with DJ Enough, that thing has kind of been the sentiment of it. But the reason why I wouldn't put Flex in that same category is because, like I said, Flex has earned his corner. Like that dude, that dude came up in the era that he came up in the 90s. He was a big part of what built Hot 97. You know what I mean? Like this dude is in the streets, this dude is in the clubs. Like there's no DJs who you could say have cemented themselves the old fashioned way, the real hip hop way than him. You know what I mean? Like you got to give him his props because of what he's actually accomplished and his contributions to hip hop, as opposed to being somebody who's on the periphery of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could hate on him for a million reasons, and I'm sure people would roll their eyes at a lot of shit that I'm saying about him, but I wouldn't put him in that category because I do think that he deserves his corner and to defend it as long as he wants to. So, but he,
let me raise my hand and give my disclaimer because I do this every week as far as how I did my homework.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I did it incorrectly. I'm definitely not gonna say I did it correctly. I'm not gonna say I didn't understand the instructions. I just tend to interpret shit in the way
that's the best part of the show is we interpret shit.
So I looking at my list is kind of first it was people who put me onto music. And then I was like, well, ain't nobody, because I just bump into music and I just look for shit, you know what I mean? And then it was people whose 2 cents I give a fuck about when it comes to your opinion on projects more so, or the
Right.
culture. And then it was, I just started scrolling like, who do I just listen to their music opinions? That's kind of where it ended up at. So it's kind of, it's mostly IG, where like people on IG. So I will say
I'm
that.
excited about your list, man, because when I made my list, I realized I was like, damn, like I really should be looking more for people like who you talk about. But it's like I just don't. It's funny, as much as I be on Instagram, I don't maybe be looking for that kind of shit. So I'm curious to hear you guys.
And it's funny because when you say that, like I realize that like I don't really find music so much from people on this list. I find music from feature artists on people who I already rock with. But now that I say that, it is one IG account that I have went. I have went from there and like, let me go and check out this dude project then, just off of what I heard on this joint. So that's kind of interesting. But you want to set it off?
You set it off because I want to know who you naming.
Well, this is the one I named last week, and this was when I was doing my homework correctly, I think. Wayno. Like I like, and it's funny because when I put him down, I was thinking like, his last two takes I didn't really appreciate, but I ain't really agree with. But it was like I could still listen, and it made sense to me why he would say that, especially when he's from New York and it's about Hove, but this, that, the third one. I think one was about Hove, and the other one was about Cannabis LL battle. You know what I mean? But like I said, back when he was on, what podcast was he on? What it was three of them, I think. I thought that was the one that Joe Budden was on. It was him, a girl, and I thought it was Remy. What was Remy on with somebody? They was talking about music.
No.
Okay.
Well, Wayno was on the Complex pod, right?
Okay.
The one that had the TV show. I believe he replaced Joe Budden. He replaced Joe Budden.
Yeah, I definitely found him from TV. It wasn't like on podcast. You know what I mean? I guess I followed him and then just kept up with him, whatever. So like I said, just Wayno. That's my first one.
So
hold on, my bad. What are his credentials? Do you know?
Oh man. Wayno was so I know he was Dave East's manager for a little while, but like Wayno has a real resume of like people he's connected to that I just don't I don't really know all the history of it.
Okay, makes sense.
But like if you Google it, like there's some connections that I heard him talk about recently that I had no idea. Like rooms that he was in, like I think in the Rockefeller era, that I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that he was around for all of that. My shit I think is more so people who have influenced. I have some historical people, like maybe not people who I look at now, whose opinions now influence or whatever. So kind of just like people who overall influenced to where we got here. The first person I named who I wanted to give a shout out to was Bobbito. Bobbito Garcia. You know who Bobbito is, right? From Stretch and Bobbito. You don't know who Bobbito is?
Okay, yeah, we said that.
Stretch and Bob. So Bobbito Garcia is, just to give him his accolades, the Stretch and Bobbito show that was one of the most influential platforms of hip hop music in the 90s, period. And they did this shit all from an independent radio station with an independent signal. Like you couldn't, and the show came on at like 2 a.m. or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't even hear Stretch and Bob's show if you lived in like Maryland or like New Jersey. You know, like people were recording that shit and the tapes were getting around. That's how that shit was moving. So imagine me and you being at the U of R radio station and doing something so influential that the entire world caught notice. So Eminem went down there and Nas went down there and Wu-Tang went down there and like Big went down there and like the Big L Jay-Z freestyle, you know what I mean? Like all Capone Noriega went down there. Like what they was doing on that show was so important that all these artists before they blew up, they all went down to Stretch and Bob because they had access and they could just walk right in, and that show became what it became. You know what I mean? And that's a big part of Stretch and Bob. Bobbito, I believe, gave MF Doom his first record deal. So MF Doom's first album, Doomsday, was on the label that Bob basically put together. But Bobbito's a big sneakerhead, which you'll see that as a theme in a lot of my shit. Is that he wrote a sneaker book. He had a fucking deal with Nike and shit. Big fucking basketball player. I don't know if you know that about Bob. A professional basketball player, played in Puerto Rico. Super ill, and an incredible DJ, an incredible fucking DJ. Who plays, like hip hop is like the last thing he plays. Like he's always playing dope ass music from the 70s and soul music and music from all over the world. Like this dude just is the fucking culture. You know what I'm saying? And like he came to his shit so honestly and earnestly. Just because people gravitated to what they're doing because their shit was just so genuine and authentic. So to me, I'm gonna shout Bobbito first.
Okay. My next one is probably my top one, I guess, or my most frequent one. And recently it's Punchline Academy. but it's those IG accounts there. I guess they last for like 1 or 2 years because then somebody else comes along and does the same exact thing where you're just right here and you're just rhyming. It's like it's a crowd behind you for some reason and y'all are just rhyming. It's just it just shows you like it's similar to like basketball or IG. It's like, yo, there's a lot of nice ass people in this world, dog.
Yeah.
So it'd be random people that you had never heard of before. And I was saying like every once in a blue moon, I go on IG and see. I mean, I go on iTunes to see if they have an album. Like if I see you, if you're like your bars are just that crazy, I might go to your account and click on something like, okay, you might could put together a good song. I'll go check it out. But usually I just be scrolling up the joints, just listening to different dudes just spit the crazy bars, yo. Like so Punchline Academy is the recent one. It's kind of I was gonna say was it On the Radar, the one with the green background, but too often they've had like whack people on there.
They're really on some next shit.
Yeah, so Punchline
right?
Academy is strictly about bars. Like it's a couple of joint backpack. It was something in backpacks. Cause that was the one I seen Joel Ortiz on and Graph was on. I mean, Sci-Hi was on or whatever, and got Major or whatever. And I'm just like, yo, how do I not be knowing about these platforms? But I guess a lot of times they be abroad too. You know?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pivot a little bit off of it because I see where we going, where your list is going, and where mine's going is a little different. But I think you. It's funny. I feel like you understood the assignment more than me, and I'm the one who made the assignment. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me not pivot. All right, let me just do my list. Right, my shit is more historical. Your shit is more like so people who influenced the game to get us to where we at now that mattered. Clark Kent, DJ Clark Kent. People should know his resume at this point, but introduced Jay-Z to Dame Dash and Biggs. People need to know that. Like, he was Dana Dane's first DJ, he was Dana Dane's DJ. He was Biggs' first DJ. So before DJ Enough was Biggs' DJ, before all that shit, it was Clark Kent. And this dude has real credentials with the joints that he produced. So, Brooklyn's Finest, Sky's the Limit, Players Anthem. He a bunch of joints in the 90s that he did. His production credit is crazy. Probably like the biggest, like the godfather of sneaker culture, was Clark Kent. But also like Clark Kent was just everybody's OG. You know what I'm saying? Clark Kent was all the OG's OG. Like everybody went to this dude. He had so much influence. He was so gracious. And the work was there. You know what I mean? He's one of the illest DJs of all time, God's favorite DJ, all that shit. Like God bless the dead. Like Clark Kent had a lot to do with shaping a lot of hip hop that we see right now. You know what I'm saying? And connecting people. And he put me on to an artist who we have. You know who Lady London is?
Yeah.
She got a TV show about to come out. Like, for whatever reason, I feel like she's resonated in spaces that I'm just not familiar with because like maybe she has like over 1 million followers and I just didn't really know who she was. But like she's super, super nice. Her album is about to come out and like she was real close to him. He, I don't know what role he played, but he put me on to her and like she's about to do some shit, man. She's dead nice. She's not girl nice. She's just nice. She's in the Rhapsody, category of all these girls they're just spitting, and it don't matter who they're spitting next to. She don't need a special category. She's just it. I mean, so shout out to Clark Kent.
Okay. You mentioned him earlier. Grits and Eggs.
Yo,
like I like his opinion on music.
Deontay Kyle.
And then I end up like, okay, I like what this dude has to talk about in general.
Yeah.
I mean, so like just a quick. That's what the rest of mine are. Just quick shout outs to IG accounts that I like that talk about music, and they tend to talk about other things also. But I'm new to him too. I didn't know. Like I lost like 30 minutes of my life just scrolling back. You know what I mean? Because he was hit.
Deontay Kyle is hilarious, man. Like he's hilarious in like the way that he attacks, and I don't mean hilarious like he's funny, just as in like the shit that he says just be so on point. And there's a lot of humor in what they do because a lot of their shit is just mocking people like, why the fuck do y'all like this, but just so much historical relevant. That dude, that show is, I'm glad that I caught him when he did. I'm gonna get on his Patreon and all that shit. So people that we've talked about them in the past, and I feel like they deserve their own separate lane, each of them. But I'm gonna say them together just because of um, the way that they are is Rosenberg and Ebro. You know, they deserve their own thing for obvious reasons, but because it's like if I say Rosenberg and then Ebro and two, you know, it's kind of it'd be redundant to mention them separately. But you know, Ebro is a titan of New York radio and Hot 97, and I feel like he's represented the culture and held down the culture so fucking hard for out at Hot 97 for so long. He's such a smart dude. You know, the shit that he pivoted to with Apple. One of the masters of fucking trolling too, of trolling back when Twitter was a thing. Real expert of controlling narratives and sort of shaping conversations and things like that. And I feel like his heart is always in the right place when it comes to the culture and defending it. Even when he has an agenda, like he definitely had an agenda with the Drake shit, with the Drake and Kendrick shit. But I've always felt like his heart was never in the wrong place. It's just that he was just clearly on one side of the argument and he wanted to defend that lane. And Rosenberg, you know what I mean? Like Rosenberg has every reason and every opportunity to pivot away from hip hop. He has a real job at ESPN. He has a real job with WWE. He obviously can move around in many different spaces, but Rosenberg is hip hop. Rosenberg is hip hop first, and he refuses to give up on that. And you could tell with One Ep, you know, first of all, Rosenberg, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's the first hip hop podcast. Was Juan Epstein. Combat Jack was around the same time, but Juan Epstein with Cypher Sounds and Peter Rosenberg was first. And they were bigger than Combat Jack's show because they had the Hot 97 thing. So at first, as they started to blow up, they had just, you know, a Jay-Z would come through there, a T.I., a Kanye West, or whatever. You know, they had episodes with Marley Marl, and you know they were bigger first as the podcast space was blowing up. So he's always going to be a pioneer because of that. But DJ, you know, Rosenberg is a white Jewish dude from Maryland and gets told that he's a white boy, he doesn't belong in this space every single fucking day via social media and otherwise. He has every reason to abandon the hip hop space, but he never will because he's fucking hip hop to the core. You know what I mean? And I love that dude. I don't always agree with him, but I love the space that he occupies. So Ebro and Rosenberg for sure.
That's funny because, like I said, I listen to them every single day, and there's definitely days where Ebro trolls the fuck out of me.
He's an expert. He's an expert.
He's very good at that. It takes me a little while, like, yo, why am I doing this to myself? Like, he's probably laughing right now, dog. And there's definitely times where Rosenberg's whiteness just gets to my fucking nerves.
Yeah.
I respect both of their opinions. I usually agree with most of their opinions, and I'm glad.
And Rosenberg knows he's white. Rosenberg, he has a self-awareness of his whiteness too, that like a lot of white people, like the dude from No Jumper, doesn't have. The dude from No Jumper is like, you're white.
Rosenberg has awareness of his whiteness when it comes to hip hop. He does not have an awareness of his whiteness just in life. He throws that in. He gets so mad when people call him on that shit. It's like, yo, this is what it is, dog. Just chill out. Just understand this is what it is. Dog. Like I said, I definitely enjoy listening to everything they have to say, include their hip hop takes. You know, I respect to that. I scribbled something, so I don't know what that is. Scotty Bean. Scotty Bean. I don't know how I bumped into her. She's very cute. Has a lot to do with it. Again, she's like a homegirl.
Yep.
I think that's what I like about it. And again, it's more about just I found out about you from hip hop, and I like some of your other opinions also about life. So
she came up from Hot 97.
Okay. This is a theme. This is it's a theme right here, dog.
97's a hub,
Richmond
man.
nigga love with a New York radio station.
I wanted to also give a shout to Greg Street. I am not. I've never been a down south. I've never lived down south. I never heard the radio down south. But I know that dude is a titan. And I went and I made sure I was like, let me make sure that I figure out who are these people that was influencing the game from the other part of the country. And that name came up for me, and I did a little bit of research, and like we absolutely have to make sure that Greg Street's name gets mentioned out here. You know what I mean? Definitely triple OG. when it comes to hip hop music. Just generally speaking, he collaborated with DJ K Slay on a few things, which is how I got to know him. But breaking records from all the biggest artists in Atlanta and the South, generally speaking. So I want to make sure I shout Greg Street on here.
For sure, for sure. I know they're gonna be like, damn, you always just shouting out Richmond dudes. Yep. And it's the same
I'm
ones.
from Richmond.
And it's the same ones. Yep. When it comes to influence, because you said influence, when it comes to influence on a scene in Richmond, again, I have to give a shout out to radio, man. Like, it's not even just the music he makes, it's the platform he provides for all the artists in Richmond and Virginia and just period. When it comes to the Southpaw Battle League, so you have random people battling that you never heard of. When it comes to the BA Elite, when it comes to Kill the Dreamer, when it comes to every platform we have, it's about leveling up lyricism. And that's what he's about. And you can see how hip hop fans gravitate to that and the Richmond scene. And it's like it's just a beautiful thing. And all the stuff he's been able to do.
It's funny, you said his name, Radio B, but because we've talked about so many dudes that's on the radio, I kind of missed that you said his name. Radio B is who he is talking about.
Big fact. And I saw that the way I said it. You didn't react. You were like, yeah, him.
I was waiting for you to say the name. I was like, I know he's talking about Radio B, but where's he gonna say his name? And I was like, oh, he did say his name.
Yeah, like I said, definitely just his influence, man. Like I said, even if you just took away his catalog of music itself, what he's done for the culture in Richmond and the battle scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout to him. Biggest battles in Richmond too.
Shout to him and Noah, both for taking such strong leadership roles down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes are real generals, real leaders that have used their influence to shine a light on various elements of the culture down here in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be proud. You can't be nothing but proud when you look at them two dudes and seeing how well they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And not just continue to champion them for sure, and whatever it is that we do. Man, I want to shout her properly. There's a female. Is she in California, man? She does a podcast or a radio show or something like that. Man, and they're talking about bars too, and she got a big platform with like a few million people following it, and I'm forgetting her name because I just don't come across the shit enough. So I'm gonna give her a proper shout, but I'm not doing it here.
And you're not talking about Gina Views?
What's her name?
Gina Views?
Yeah, I think that's her. Yep. I want to give her flowers just because of how big she's gotten, and she out there talking about bars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh no, she got 127. Whatever. Her show or something I saw that had a few million followers. Maybe I'm looking at her actual profile, but whatever. Like, she's out here talking about bars, and I really appreciate seeing women in that space that's talking about bars. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So shout to her for that. The two I was gonna name though is Joe Budden absolutely deserves every bit. I guess I gotta love them all together. Like, Joe Budden and Nori, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout to them for creating a space for the artists of their generation to do something that's super lucrative, right? And create a platform that's exciting for all of us to have something to listen to and to talk about our opinions of the music and all of that shit. I know Nori is more like just on the interview space, whereas Joe Budden is more talking about like commentary. But both of them, I've always loved and hated Joe Budden for a million different reasons, but he absolutely deserves all his props. And also the cats really that I was thinking of when I was thinking about Joe is Rory and Mal. Like, I actually fuck with Rory and Mal and their actual opinions on music. You know what I mean? Where I scroll, you know what I mean? I don't have enough time in my day to listen to all these podcasts, but like I'll catch them, the shit that they're talking about. And Rory seems to have real like insider industry knowledge, which I appreciate, so shout to them for that.
Right there. We got 15 minutes. I don't know whether that's enough time for all of it for the top 10. You want to get it in? You want to make the mixtape? Because I definitely did homework, so you're in trouble.
Yo,
I think we need to come with a I think we need to come with mixtape themes next time.
yeah. All
Especially
right.
if we're gonna do a mixtape every single week, let's get thematic with it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I started putting out some bangers. I like, well, this bitch don't go, but fuck it, I'm throwing this bitch on there. So
Yeah. I'm ready because I started to make my South mixtape is what I was gonna do.
yeah.
And so yeah. I'm gonna do matter of fact, I'm gonna do that shit right now. We're gonna do it's gonna be my South tape.
All right, well,
So yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna still have some. Well, mine ain't gonna be South. This is gonna be some bangers. My
Yeah.
first one is a clarification, or what? Back in the day, we had the newspaper. They put something in the corner to correct something from last week. What was that shit called?
Oh, dang. I don't give me the line, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what this is. Last week when I put in RJPayne song, "The Secret,"
Mm,
it was strictly RJPayne, and I
mm,
still feel the same way about how perfect the two verses were, and that's why I
mm,
was so hype about it. But after that song, he released something with Method Man, and that's the one I was talking about called "Butterfly Effect," and it's
mm,
equally as perfect. Like the verses just
mm.
meshed together. So "Butterfly Effect" is Method Man featuring RJPayne.
He got some motion this week. You saw.
It was that RJ or
Yeah, something about I don't know. I guess I'm following him now on Instagram. I didn't even realize that he had an account, which I should have known. I don't know why I didn't look for it, but I guess Dr. Dre said some shit about him.
so word.
Like Dr. Dre said that like some radio freestyle that he did, he was like, yo, that's like the illest like verse that I've heard like in a really long time. Like he didn't even say illest verse, he was like the craziest display of rapping that I've heard. Like he went out of his way to be like, that dude can fucking rap, you know. And RJ went and did some funny AI shit with Dr. Dre and him or whatever, some shit like that.
That's
So
fine.
yeah, he got a little bit of motion this week, and let's fuck with that. So I wanted to make a record with my favorite, a list of my favorite South records, you know, and not just like the generic ones, but just like ones that I fuck with. And this list was entirely inspired by my first choice, which is Lemonade by Gucci. Lemonade by Gucci Man is by far my favorite Gucci Man record. And anytime that shit comes on, you know what I'm saying? Like I just be doing like this right here, just like what you got. Like I love that flow that he got on there. So we're gonna start it with
Okay, okay. Um, you fucking me up because I like the challenge. So
that.
this is funny. My first one is going to be down south. Fucking, I'm gonna play the game with you.
Yep.
Um, Let Him Know by Wackatron. Yes,
Mm.
that's his name. That's his name,
Whack.
Wackatron.
I
Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but it could be Waco Tron.
love it.
It
I
could be
love it.
Waco Tron. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But once
Got you.
you hear it, you be like, "Oh yeah, he from down south, and this bitch go." And that's all that's all I'm here for,
All
nigga.
right. We got to keep track of how many we got it. So you're on number two, right?
Yeah.
Because we'll be
Yep.
here all day. All
Yep.
right. I'm on number two. Doug, I'm gonna give you my number two. Uh, hold on. Where the fuck is you at my list? All right. Oh yes. We're gonna go with Cash Money as an Army by
Oh,
BG.
this ain't fast.
Fucking Rap City classic. You talking about that record had to be fired because when that shit came out, I was still on that. Who the fuck is these dudes with the yellow teeth and them dusty ass looking chains? Like, do they really have money? Them chains look dusty as fuck. Who the fuck is these dudes? But that song came on and I would be like, that shit kind of hot though. Like I was like, it was way before I accepted South music, and that shit would come on at the end of Rap City, and I would be like, that shit kind of fire though. So,
All
Cash Money is an army.
right. All right. My next one is he from down south. Big Crit, Ballad of the Bass.
Mm.
It's just a song that fucking goes to, and it's this is what it was. Me and Jay went to go see him, Rhapsody, and what's T.I. son that can rhyme?
Damani?
Demonic. Yeah, who was it? His we caught the tail end of his joint. He's not bad. It was all right.
Nah,
Nice
he's
little.
not. He's
Yeah,
not
so
whack.
them three joints, and then Big Crit, he finished the joint off. He was like, "Yeah, I'm putting this song out next week." He played this joint, but I still got a joint on video. Boy, that joint, yeah, I be trying to blow the speakers out, whatever, love. Bro, that shit, all this shit goes so hard. Yeah, so Battle of the Bass, Big Crit.
I feel you. All right. We gonna go with sipping on some scissor.
You just put on glasses.
Love that fucking joint, bro. Like this is, you know what I mean? Like that shit goes so, and I didn't fuck with that shit back then. Bro, that shit is so hard, man. Those beats. I just want to shout out 3 6 Mafia every chance I get. You know what I'm saying? I guess there was a conversation. I guess Lil Jon was on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about something about how where did crunk start or something like that, and I guess he didn't say anything about Memphis, and like there was this whole thing about how this whole argument back and forth online about him not shouting at Memphis. So DJ Paul and Lil Jon got on a live together, and they just kind of like basically like explaining the history and you know Lil Jon was like Memphis shit is not crunk. Like they have their own lane. Like they have their own shit. Like I didn't mention them because I with all due respect, like I'm not claiming their shit because I don't need to. Their shit is their own shit, and we fucked with them heavy. And it was big giving big props to DJ Paul. You know what I mean? Is the way I took it. And they, you know, just seeing them on the live together talking and shit, you know, so again, seeing our OGs looking so healthy and strong and happy, you know. So it just made me happy that like it's been at least a month and a half of me being like, yo, 3 6 Mafia, like, yo,
you definitely have.
we have to recognize them as often as we can. So yeah, shout to them.
Nas and 3 6, boy, you've been them your folk right there, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, yeah, it really is funny. Yeah.
Be Easy by T.I. off trap music. I could have picked any goddamn song off of trap music, but Be Easy.
My bad. It's on. Okay.
But yeah, I said Be Easy.
Yo, we could pick so many T.I. joints. And I'm gonna get to one, but this next one I'm gonna do is not a Big Boy's solo discography deserves a little bit of props. And this one never made it on an album. Royal Flush, Big Boy featuring Andre 3000 and Raekwon.
Okay.
Ooh,
That wasn't
that
on
joint.
anything?
Huh?
That was just a single? That wasn't on anything?
I don't think it made it on any of those albums that he did. The Sir Lucius Left Foot, and then he got the other joint, Lies and Rumors, I think it was called. Yeah, I don't think it made it on either one of those. There was just like a Lucy. It was like the illest Lucy of all time. Fucking Andre 3000 and Raekwon. Shit crazy. That shit went so hard, man. I think that's number 4 for me.
I hope I haven't given this song on any other thing, but Southside by Lotto. It just nigga Southside in this Lotto. Like I can't go wrong with that. Fuck is we talking about?
Bro. Her yellow ass be coming to me in my dreams. Like I be seeing her in my dreams. Like she got some joint Georgia Peach that Amelia really likes. Amelia really likes that song, and I like, you know, I like Amelia's taste, but like she be in my thoughts because like my daughter be playing her shit. I'm just like, yo, I need to not, you know what I mean? Hold on, I want to pull. Yo, man, this dude, I want to not like him for all the reasons why. I want to not like him, but the truth is, he just be making joints, man. Is Kodak Black? That skr. Like that first Kodak shit, man. And he got a lot of joints, but that skirt joint, I'll always fuck with that shit. That skirt shit is fucking hard. I love that shit.
Some shit I just did not see coming, boy. That shit.
And he's not whack, man. Kodak Black is not whack. When he popped up a few times on Kendrick's album, I was like, yeah. I was like, all right, people that can rap is acknowledging this kid because he is not whack at all. Like I want to not like him for a million reasons, but boy, that motherfucker his music is dope.
Oh, shit. So a random joint. Be All You Can Be by Mac. Mac from No Limit. Mac
I remember
featuring
Mac.
King and Moby Dick and Silk the Shocker. And yes, Silk the Shocker verse still ruined this awesome song. God damn it. Shout out to them putting them last. So, you know what I mean? You get a good song out of it before you got to cut it off, but it's a motherfucker.
Right.
It's more so a beautiful, dope song than a banger.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yo, we didn't even talk about the verses.
What?
Cash
What
Money,
verses?
No Limit.
So I saw. Did this happen?
No, it hasn't happened yet. I think it's like 2 weeks from now.
Okay, I did see somebody talking about it. So this is actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. But what was the show? Oh, no, it was Masterpiece concert. Masterpiece going away shit that Mia X didn't come through. So I wonder if Mia X is gonna come through.
Yeah, you did say
Remember
that.
she didn't come to the other joint.
Yeah.
What platforms are gonna be on?
Oh, it's verses. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't really click it. I seen it pop up a couple
Because
times.
these two fucking idiots said that they were gonna do their all the verses on Twitter, and then they never did one. Remember they did the deal with. Remember I told you they did the deal on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Highly upset. Just such fucking idiots. I'm going to find a reason to shout out this man because I love Titty Boy. I will always love Titty Boy. Just one of my favorite.
To the point where you can refer to him as Titty Boy.
I will never not love that dude. But before I even knew who he was, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, yo, that dude's hard. Like when he would pop up on the Ludacris features and shit, I was always just like I don't know who that is, but I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I say, you know what, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm Mr. Generic, it's fine. Duffel bag boy. Like I will always, yo man, when he got walking to the Gucci store, honey, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw the video pop up on my feed the other day, and I was just like mesmerized by the video. Like 2 Chainz is just so fucking entertaining. You know what I mean? Like 2 Chainz is a dude that he's just oozes fucking hip hop. You know what I mean? Like you love his fucking story, and the way that he was just selling weed to the fucking to the rappers and shit. You know what I mean? Like he almost came up not even by accident, but just because it was God's will. It was just God's will. It couldn't happen no other way. So shout out to Titty, and I'm giving that one because that might still be his biggest record to this day, and seeing him have that moment, it was just the way hip hop was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So
because you brought up Titty, and I thought, man, you got me.
Love that dude.
Because you brought him up, man. I'm going to put this one on there, man.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I get the name right too. Because my child, the way she looked at me when she heard the song and the hook. Yeah, Gray Area by 2 Chainz off of what album is this on? So God Help Me. Bro, this shit goes so hard and that hook is so goddamn funny. Yo, when I tell you my child looked at me with such judgment when she heard the hook, but just so yeah, real quick, Joy.
All right. And then we're gonna go. I'm gonna hit you with my favorite T.I. record, and there's so many of them. I want to go to. Hold on, make sure I pull them up. The Urban Legend album. So fuck. I really could just pick anything from Urban Legend. There's just so many, but I'm gonna go with that one with Daz Dillinger, My Life.
Okay.
The last song on there. I think they added a couple joints after because I'm looking at this shit. I thought My Life was the last song on the album. They be adding shit after the fact. But My Life featuring Daz Dillinger. Yo man, T.I. was spitting too.
Yeah, on the
T.I. was spitting. Yeah, T.I. has some real ass bars that I fuck with.
Because I'm pressed for time, I'm gonna give you my last 3. That's cool. Fly Shit Only by Future. Just because it's no way I can have a downside joint and I have Future on here randomly. I could have picked any Future joint, but just one popped up, so fuck we on that. A song by two people I don't like, and it's funny when I go back and listen to the music, I'm like, I understand why niggas like it. Bootsy Badass and Webby, Bun B, Hold Up, like that's just common sense. And
they got so much joints. They got joints that go, man.
So many
they
times.
really
I heard
do.
I can't think of what the song was. Maybe it's independent or y'all when he walk up in the club and do all this shit. When he's like the way he's explaining what Friday night used to be so eloquently, it's like, how did I hate on this dog? Like I'm just a fucking hater, y'all. But yeah, anyway. And the last one will be last one will be Life We Live by Project Pat, man. Again, like I'm just hitting y'all with a beautiful song.
Strong. Yeah. Strong. All right, so we're gonna go with the last three real quick. You said Future. I'm ashamed that I didn't say not one Future song. So I'm gonna go with Stick Talk. Love Stick Talk. To say no, I don't even need to explain that shit. I was just gonna say March Madness just because that's obviously my favorite joint of him. But we're gonna go a little bit more gutter and we're gonna go with Stick Talk. We're gonna go 21 Savage and Metro Running.
Okay.
Love Running, love that shit. Pussy. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go with that. And then the last one, because I just love this dude. We're talking about dudes that can spit from the South. We're gonna go with Trade the Truth one more time. I'm from Texas.
Okay.
The posse joint. I'm from Texas. I wish they would have mastered that shit a little better. I feel like the beat is not mixed the way it need to be. But bitch, I'm from Texas. So bitch, I'm from Texas. Like that's that shit. I'll play that shit right now as soon as we click off this joint.
Yeah. Well, yes, yeah, man. Another good one. Talking
about rap, man. Shout out to UCF. Shout out to LilMama. Shout out to LilMama, man. Make sure she knows the show continues to support our young queens.
Bet that, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Big love as always for the views, the support, and the likes. Just smash the like button, right? We got convos rolling all week. Check out these intros from the others. Now, Talm Bout.
I'm from New Orleans, man. My squad code world. I'm from the Nightwalk.
Okay, bet that. What sports you played growing up?
My first love baseball. My real sport baseball.
Okay.
But basketball, football just came about when I turned about 20 something.
Oh, so you late to the sport of football?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So you said baseball your first love? What position?
Pitcher at first base.
Okay. And you hoop?
Yeah, basketball. I play point guard and shooting guard.
Oh, you're knocking out the major three. Good gracious. And you're a pillar in all three sports. Okay. Any college or semi-athletes?
College, I had went to Alabama. Then I had went to Concordia. Then I came back home and went to Suno.
Okay.
And then I just fell out of love with the game.
Okay. Yeah, once again from the great minds and now TalmBoutRecaps. 5 games on the schedule. One away game was actually ours this week. Limited footage and even less recap. No. Limited recaps and even less footage. But whatever. Let's get into it. Dream Killers and Task Force X. Dream Killers moved the rock down the field, converting 2 4th downs along the way. Then Dwight Tay found, I don't know who he found, but it was a 15-yard score. Task Force X, they responded back with Ethan moving the ball on around before finding B on the dig route. Catch, ankles, and about a 30-yard run for the score.
Hey, you hit that like button yet? You subscribe to the channel, right? Cool. Now drop a comment before you slide out. Now, Talm Bout.